Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Leslie Wright from the Macao Government Tourism Office. Hope you're keeping safe and well, and it's not too rainy and gloomy where you are. It certainly is here. So hopefully this is a nice diversion from that. So over the next 10 minutes, I'm just going to take you through the destination highlights of Macao. Take a look at those for when it's right for your clients to return. And of course, as long as my voice is going to hold up, I'm going to call out some bingo numbers as well. So with no further ado, let's try and move. Oh.
Let me try and reshare with you, Leslie, just in case something's gone wrong.
Doing something a little weird.
Hang on, let's try again. Oh. Hang on. Let me stop sharing, Leslie.
Okay, all right. Apologies, everybody. Technical issues.
Sorry, everyone. Let's go.
Okay. Yes, I think we're working. Okay, all right. Well, we'll crack on and take a look at Macao. So for those that don't know, Macao is an SAR, a Special Administrative Region of China. It sits only 40 miles away from Hong Kong, which hopefully you can see if I take my cursor just up here on the map. So that's 40-mile distance. And Macao is a small destination, actually. It's only 13 square miles in size. It is over these two, what are known, I guess, really as islands. So Macao here is the Macao Peninsula, and it's attached to mainland China in its northern section. And then you cross over one of the 3 bridges which connect to what is known as the Southern Islands. And the Southern Islands have 3 areas: Taipa in the north, Cotai in the centre, and Coloane down in the south. For those clients who are combining Hong Kong with Macao, the Hong Kong dollar can be used in destination as well, but Macao does have its own currency, which is the Macanese pataka as well. So eyes down to the first bingo question. But number indeed, number 23, and it is 23 degrees centigrade. That's the average temperature in Macao. So that's 23. So for visiting Macao, British nationals do not require a visa to enter the destination. You need a month's validity on your passport as well. And to get into Macao, several ways to get in. You can take a flight and you can access the destination through its own international airport. Now that is largely served by regional airlines such as AirAsia and Air Macao, from destinations in Southeast Asia and mainland China. So that is one route in. I would say that most visitors from the UK actually take a flight into Hong Kong, so one of the direct flights there. And then there's a couple of different ways to get across into Macao from Hong Kong airport or even downtown Hong Kong. And one of those takes me on to the next bingo number, which is, if I can move, here we go. So that's number 16. It's a 60-minute ferry journey from Hong Kong to Macao. So you can actually take that ferry directly from Hong Kong airport into Macao, or indeed you can take it from downtown. It's certainly more frequent from downtown, roughly about every 20 minutes into Macao from there. Okay, so another route for getting into Macao is via the Hong Kong-Zhuhai Macao Bridge. Now, this is recently opened in late 2018, and it's the world's longest sea crossing bridge at 34 miles long. One of those great pieces of engineering to take in and to travel across, and that goes from very close to Hong Kong Airport. You can board a shuttle bus there, and it's a 45-minute journey across from Hong Kong into Macau. So why visit? Well, I think Macau is really the perfect add-on to a Hong Kong or an Asia trip, or indeed a stopover en route to Australia or to Bali in Indonesia. And it offers something very different to what you find in the rest of the region and to its neighbour Hong Kong. And I think in large part this is down to its heritage, which is a Portuguese-Chinese heritage. The Portuguese took the trading route over from Portugal in the 1500s and settled in Macau at that time. So you'll find their legacy throughout the destination in the architecture, in the food. So it has that real kind of southern Mediterranean feel to it. So just taking in one of the key attractions, which I think really does show the heritage in the destination, and that's the historic centre of Macau, which is UNESCO protected. It is made up of 30 buildings and squares of Portuguese and Chinese origin. And you can see a few of the examples here. In the top left, you've got wonderful Senado Square, the beautiful Portuguese buildings, and what you can't actually see there are those amazing wavy black and white cobblestones, which you can actually see behind me right now. And then in the bottom right, you've got Amma Temple, the oldest building in the destination, and a really amazing temple, atmospheric temple to go and take in. So moving on to the next bingo number, eyes down, it's number 41. And it's 41 minutes is the length of time it takes to complete the Step Out Macau Marriage of East and West in St Anthony's Parish walking route. Quite a long-winded title, but this is one of several self-guided walking routes that Macau promote, very easy to follow. And this one takes in a lot of the sites that we just looked at in the historic centre of Macau. So Macau's skyline is impressive and is dominated by the Macau Tower that you can see rising up there at 338 metres high. It's a great spot for your clients to go and take in the views over the destination, over the Pearl River estuary. It also is host to a large number of adrenaline activities, including the world's highest bungee jump at 233 metres, if you've got clients who want to take in that kind of thing. So a great spot to go to. So I'm now moving southwards. So if you remember from the map, we saw the 3 bridges connecting the 2 different land masses. I'm now moving across those bridges into the Southern Islands. And what I would say here is, I think there's still quite a few UK visitors, certainly pre-COVID, who were visiting Macau as a day trip. And when they visit as a day trip, they will see the sites we've just seen in the last couple of slides. Those visitors who do stay overnight will get to see what I'm about to talk about. There's a bit more time to explore the southerly destinations. And they're amazing to see. And they include Taipa and the amazing Taipa village here, which is a very Instagrammable spot in Macau. It's really a warren of alleyways and shop houses with real East meets West appeal. Great for shopping and an amazing food scene as well. So really a must-see spot for people when they're going to Macau. Then further south still, you've got Coloane. Now this is a really sleepy part of Macau. It's filled with rolling green hills, a tranquil coastline, picturesque Coloane village here. You can see the yellow chapel. And it's also home there to a bakery called Lordstow's Bakery, set up by an Englishman. And here you can find the famous Portuguese tarts on offer. And there's, I think, about 20,000 of them baked every day there. So that's a great spot to go to. And don't forget the Panda Pavilion down here in Koloan. It's home to Kai Kai and Shin Shin and their twin 4-year-old cubs. So that's another must-see spot. Also, a couple of golf courses down here on the Southern Islands as well. So Macao's food is legendary. Macao is also a UNESCO Creative City of Gastronomy. And I think you'll find that the heritage here gives a large array of options for clients in destination. You've got Chinese and Portuguese restaurants on offer, as well as the local Macanese cuisine, which is basically a fusion of Chinese and Portuguese cooking styles with those spices that the Portuguese sailors picked up on the trading routes. So you can get staples such as African chicken, which is a really tasty mix of coconut and chili. So wonderful array of food here. It's also a great place for those people who love fine dining. There's 18 Michelin-starred restaurants. And if your budget doesn't go that far, lots of street snacks, lots of sweet snacks as well, including the tarts we just spoke about. So eyes down again for the next bingo number. And it is 69. And at 69 Avenida de Sidonio Pash, you will find Requexo Cafe. It's one of the best places to head to for delicious Macanese homestyle cooking. So that's number 69. Okay, so by night, Macao truly sparkles. You'll find an incredible array of bars, many of them rooftop. You'll get glitzy casinos and clubs to go to. And there's also some incredible shows in destination. The picture that you see in the bottom left is a show called The House of Dancing Water. Now that is currently being reimagined. We don't know to what, but it's a Cirque du Soleil type show. And that will open in the months ahead. So look out for news on that one. We'll be sure to share it with you. In terms of accommodation, Macao has something for all tastes and for all budgets, from 3 to 5 star, and I've just picked out a few options here. A couple of them just to focus on now for time are the MGM in Cotai. If any of you watch Amazing Hotels with Monica Galinsky and Giles Corran, that was featured I think last year, and it was repeated in this year's show, so I'm sure you can catch that on iPlayer. And then in the top left, you'll find the Londoner Macao. It's a newly open resort, including the Londoner Hotel, and it includes a new foray for David Beckham. He is designing 2 floors of exclusive suites in this hotel, which are due to open later this year. So watch out for news on that. And now on to the next bingo number, which is, I'm lucky for some, number 13. And it's 13 Macao hotels that were awarded the prestigious 5-star rating in this year's Forbes Travel Guide Star Awards. So that's the number 13. And you can see here one of those hotels, which is Morpheus, an amazing building down in Cotai. Okay, so for events and festivals in the destination, there is typically a large array to choose from. You've got traditional festivals such as the International Dragon Boat Races, which are taking place next month. You've got international events such as the Macao Grand Prix, which takes place every November. It's a street circuit Grand Prix. And lots of other events. I've featured a couple of shots here from Macao's Light Festival, which happens every December. Okay, and that brings me to a close. For more information on Macao, please visit the Visit Macao website. You can find lots of information there. It also has our social media feeds going in there, and feel free to share any of the posts that you can see on there. And for more information, more training, go to macaospecialist.co.uk. There's 4 modules to complete, and also 5 training videos to watch, but you can watch all 5 in 8 minutes, so quite speedy to do. And that brings me to a close. Thank you very much for listening. Good luck with the bingo. Thank you.